All right, let's jump right in. We all think we know Star Wars Attack of the Clones, right? You've got the young, brooding Anakin Skywalker struggling with everything. His emotions, his duty, his forbidden love for Padme. But what if, right from the very first scene, the person inside Anakin's head wasn't Anakin at all? What if it was someone completely different?
Now, that thought, that's not from Obi-Wan. It's not Mace Windu. That is the very first internal thought from the man now wearing Anakin Skywalker's face. And it's just cold. It's analytical. It immediately tells you this is not the mind of a passionate, conflicted teenager. This is someone looking at the path to Darth Vader not as some great tragedy, but as a really obvious flaw in the system.
And that's really the core question we're digging into here. What happens to the entire galaxy when the Chosen One's legendary temper is swapped out for a calm, strategic, almost calculating consciousness? It puts destiny itself on trial. Is it this fixed, unchangeable path, or is it just a script that's waiting for a new writer to come along and make some edits? And let me tell you, the results are, well, they're immediate.
So the first signs that something is seriously wrong, or at least different, pop up instantly. And the people who notice first are the ones who know Anakin best. His master Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the woman he's supposed to be obsessed with, Padme. They're looking at a man who wears a familiar face, but the Ani they thought they knew, he's just not there. Just look at his first chat with Obi-Wan. On the left, you've got the Anakin we all remember, always ready for an argument, easily baited, just pure emotion. But this new guy on the right, he's the complete opposite. He's calm, he neatly sidesteps any potential conflict, and he even admits his feelings for Padme are something he needs to get over. You can just imagine Obi-Wan standing there, completely baffled by this sudden maturity.
And it doesn't stop with Obi-Wan. That big reunion with Padme, a moment that the original Anakin had been dreaming of for a decade, it becomes almost robotic. He's stoic, he's reserved. You know, she's expecting that eager little Ani she met on Tatooine, and instead she's greeted by this cool, detached Jedi Knight who barely seems to remember they have a history at all.
But this, right here, is the biggest giveaway. After that first attempt on Padme's life, this Anakin doesn't just lash out in anger. No, he thinks. He immediately figures, okay, they failed, which means they have to try again. And then he suggests they set a trap. He's not just a bodyguard, he's a tactician. So who on earth is this guy?
All right, it's time to pull back the curtain, because the reason for this 180-degree personality flip isn't some secret Jedi meditation technique or a sudden moment of clarity. The truth is way, way weirder.
Everybody, meet Marven Puckle. Not a hero, not a Jedi. He's a 25-year-old fast food manager from our Earth. A guy who feels totally stuck in his life and probably smells faintly of French fry grease. His life is about as normal as it gets, until one day a weird floating screen pops up and offers him an escape. A chance to rewrite not just his own story, but maybe the most famous story ever told.
So this offer comes from something called the movie script system. The best way to think about it is like the most insane, high-stakes video game ever. It lets you literally enter a movie, become a character, and earn real-world powers by changing the plot. And the crazier the change, the bigger the reward.
Marven agrees to this multiversal contest, and the stakes could not possibly be higher. If you win, you basically become a god. If you lose, you die. For real. He even gets a highlight reel of a previous contestant getting brutally taken out. But hey, for a guy stuck in a dead-end job, the chance at something more, anything more, is a risk he's willing to take. So, facing a choice between ultimate power and certain death, Marven doesn't just hit accept and hope for the best. Nope. He gets strategic. He designs an entirely new identity for himself, crafting a persona that's built for victory before he even sets foot in the Star Wars galaxy. First thing to go? The name. He ditches Marven Puckle and becomes Cyrus Alexander. He literally combines the names of two of Earth's greatest historical conquerors. This isn't just a new name, it's a declaration of intent. He's not a fast food manager anymore, he's a player in a cosmic game, and he's playing to win. And here are his exact mission parameters. He's chosen the movie script system. His new name is Cyrus Alexander. His playing field is Star Wars Attack of the Clones. And his mission, his one and only goal, isn't to follow the story, it's to break it. To completely and utterly shatter the plot and prove that even a destiny written in the stars can be rewritten. So why do it? What's the grand prize for all this?
Well, it's basically every Star Wars fan's ultimate dream. He's trying to become a permanent Force user, get his own lightsaber, download the entire Jedi archives into his brain, snag some advanced droid blueprints, and even keep Anakin's natural genius with machines. He is absolutely playing for keeps.
Okay, so now all the pieces click into place. You've got a guy from our world who knows the entire Star Wars story inside and out, dropped into Anakin Skywalker's body with one mission: change everything. Let's watch the chaos unfold.
And the changes he makes are immediate, and they are huge. He subtly drops hints about Palpatine to Obi-Wan years before anyone else suspects a thing. He's not surprised by those poisoned centipedes in Padme's room. He's literally waiting for them. But the big one, the real game changer, is when he anticipates that toxic dart meant to silence the bounty hunter's Zam West.
This is the moment. Right as he force pushes everyone clear of that poison dart, his internal thought isn't panic or surprise, it's satisfaction. I was waiting for that. This wasn't luck, this wasn't a Jedi reflex, this was a plan, executed with perfect timing, because he knew the script.
And that one single action completely blows up the movie. The entire original plot depended on Zam Wesell dying, which forced Obi-Wan to go on that long, drawn-out investigation to Kamino. But by capturing her alive, Cyrus Anakin gets the information they need right then and there. Jango Fett's escape, Palpatine's grand plan, it all gets completely derailed.
So this all brings us to a much bigger idea, you know? We're moving beyond just a cool what-if story and into some pretty deep questions about the nature of storytelling itself.
Think about it. The entire epic, tragic story of Anakin Skywalker, the fall of the great hero destined to bring balance, it just gets deleted. And in its place, you have the story of a strategic savior, an outsider who uses his knowledge to stop a galactic tragedy before it even starts, all because one mind was different. One person altered the fate of an entire galaxy. Which leaves us with this final, fascinating question to chew on. We talk about destiny like it's this big, unchangeable cosmic force. But if all it takes is one different mind, one person making a different set of choices to completely rewrite the stars, then what is destiny really? Is it a path we're forced to walk? Or is it just the story we happen to find ourselves in, waiting for a new ending?